The Crows Know Your Name. Episode 3. Speak Crow, Die Human. Welcome to another story made by Oracle 1. The tower was real. Lyra knew it the moment she saw it. It stood at the edge of Valenreach, where the city's oldest stones met the broken cliffs beyond the walls. A relic of a forgotten age, its upper half shattered, its spiral staircase exposed to the wind like the ribs of a dead beast. Exactly as she had seen it. Exactly as she would die. She stopped walking. "I'm not going up there," she said. Theron didn't argue. He stood beside her, watching the tower with a grim expression. The wind tugged at his cloak, carrying with it the distant cries of crows circling overhead. "You don't have to," he said quietly. Lyra let out a shaky breath. "Good," she said. "Then we leave. We go anywhere else. Another city. Another kingdom. Somewhere the crows. They'll follow." She closed her eyes. "I know." Silence stretched between them. Then, "Circle closes." The voice came from above. Lyra looked up. The sky was black with wings. Hundreds of crows spiraled around the tower, their movements too precise, too deliberate to be random. They weren't circling aimlessly. They were forming something. A shape. A ring. The murder circle. Her pulse thundered in her ears. "They're not waiting anymore," she whispered. "No," Theron said. "They're finishing it." They climbed. Every step felt heavier than the last. The stone stairs were worn smooth, cracked in places where time had eaten through them. The wind howled through the broken walls, carrying whispers that weren't entirely the wind. Lyra gripped the railing, her knuckles white. "I saw this," she murmured. "Every detail." "Visions show endings," Theron said behind her. "Not always the path." She stopped, turned to face him. "What if the path doesn't matter?" He didn't answer. Because they both knew. The path had already led her here. At the top, the world opened. The city stretched below them, rooftops and towers bathed in fading sunlight. Beyond the walls, forests rolled into the distance, dark and endless. And above, the crows. They circled in perfect formation, a living ring carved into the sky. Lyra stepped forward slowly. Her breath came shallow. "This is it," she said. The edge loomed before her. Just like in the vision. She could see it so clearly now. The step, the fall, the end. "No," she whispered, shaking her head. "No, I won't." "Lyra." The voice stopped her. It wasn't the same as before. Not just a whisper. Not just a mimicry of her name. This time, she understood it. Not the sound. The meaning. Her eyes widened. I can hear them," she said. Theron stiffened. "What?" "The crows," she whispered. "They're not just speaking, they're saying something." The sky darkened further as the flock tightened its circle. The voices grew louder, layered, endless. Not noise. Language. Ancient. Broken. Twisted by time, but still there. Lyra clutched her head. "It hurts," she gasped. "Then stop listening," Theron said urgently. "I can't." The words poured into her mind. Fragments. Images. Truths. She saw it. Not just her death. All of them. Every name in the circle. Every marked soul. Every fall. Every scream. Every final moment. They weren't random. They were chosen. "Cursed," she whispered. The word echoed through the storm of voices. "Yes," the crows replied. Not one voice. All of them. "We remember." Lyra staggered. "Remember what?" The answer came like a blade. The breaking. The vision slammed into her. Not a dream. Not a fragment. A memory. The tower stood whole. The city was different, older, brighter, untouched by time's decay. And in the sky, not crows. Elves. Dozens of them, their forms wreathed in silver light, their voices raised in song. Below, dwarves carved runes into the stone, binding something unseen. Humans stood at the center. A ritual. A convergence. Lyra watched as the three races worked together, their magic weaving into a single point. A circle. The first circle. They bound it, she whispered. Bound what? Theron demanded. She didn't answer. Because she saw it. The thing they were trying to contain. Not a creature. Not a spirit. Something worse. A force. Death. Not as an end, but as a pattern. Uncontrolled. Chaotic. Unpredictable. They tried to give it order. They tried to make it fair. So they created the circle. A system. A sequence. A balance. But something went wrong. The magic twisted. The force resisted. And when it broke, it shattered into fragments. Into watchers. Into witnesses. Into crows. Lyra fell to her knees. They didn't create the crows, she gasped. They became them. Theron stared at her. What? The ritual failed, she said. The elves, the dwarves, the humans, they were all pulled into it. Bound to the pattern they tried to control. The crows screamed overhead. We remember. Tears streamed down Lyra's face. They're not just watching death, she said. They're forcing it, completing the cycle they started. And you? Theron asked quietly. Lyra looked up. The circle in the sky tightened. I'm the last point. The understanding hit her all at once. The visions, the whispers, the pull toward the tower. They need me to finish it, she said. To close the circle again. And if you do? Nothing changes, she whispered. The cycle continues. The crows keep choosing. The pattern keeps repeating. Theron stepped closer. And if you don't? Lyra met his gaze. They break. Silence fell. Even the wind seemed to pause. That means no order, Theron said. No balance. Death becomes chaos again. Yes. And you? Lyra looked at the edge. At the fall waiting for her. I don't know. The crows descended. Not attacking. Not striking. Just watching. Waiting. Speak, they demanded. Lyra's breath caught. I can understand them now, she said. Their language. Theron's eyes widened. Then that's it. That's the answer. You can change it. Or destroy it, she said. The voices grew louder. Speak. Close. Become. Lyra stood slowly. Every instinct told her to step forward. To end it. To complete the circle. But beneath that, something else. A choice. For the first time since this began. A real one. She stepped back. The crows shrieked. No. Lyra lifted her head. I won't be your ending. The sky trembled. You are the last. Then I'll be the one who breaks it. The voices turned furious. Without order, death is chaos. Then let it be, Lyra said. And she spoke, not in her own tongue, but in theirs. The sound tore through the air. A language not meant for human mouths. Harsh, ancient, final. The crows convulsed mid-flight. The circle shattered. Wings collided, formations breaking apart as the pattern unraveled. Lyra screamed as the words burned through her, carving themselves into her very being. Remember freedom, she cried in their language. The sky exploded into motion. Crows scattered in every direction, their unified voice dissolving into thousands of individual cries. The pressure vanished. The weight lifted. The pattern, broken. Lyra collapsed. The world spun. Her vision blurred. I did it, she whispered. Theron caught her before she hit the ground. You did, he said. But, she murmured weakly. The cost. Her body felt wrong, heavy, cold. She looked down at her hands. For a moment, they were human. Then, feathers flickered across her skin. Gone as quickly as they appeared. I'm still changing, she said. Theron's grip tightened. Lyra, she smiled faintly. I didn't die, she said. That's enough. Above them, the sky was clear. No circle. No pattern. Just scattered crows, flying freely. No longer watching. No longer waiting. No longer knowing. Days later, the city felt different. Lighter. Quieter. The deaths stopped. No more whispers. No more gathering. People spoke of it cautiously, unsure what had changed, but certain something had. Theron stood at the edge of the market, watching the sky. Lyra joined him. You think they're gone? He asked. She shook her head. No, she said softly. Just free. A single crow landed nearby. It looked at her. Silent. No whisper. No name. Then it flew away. Lyra exhaled. For the first time since arriving in Valenreach, she felt like her life was her own. The end. For more stories, like and subscribe.